Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. हरिनाम संकीर्तन की ओम। सकृत नग मत काम शान कै साधु सर्वान् मुंचति रुच्चयान् सकृत यद्दर्शितं रूपम् एतद् कामायते नग मत काम शनकै साधु एतत् कामायते नग मत काम शनकै साधु सर्वान् मुंचति रुच्चयान्. Word to word meaning: Sakrut, once only; Yat, that; Darshitam, shown; Rupam, form; Etat, this is; Kamaya, for anchorings; Te, yours; Anaga, O virtuous devotee. Sorry, O virtuous one. Mat, mine; Kama, desire; Shanakai, by increasing; Sadhu, devotee; Sarvan, all; Munchati, gives away; Ruchayan, material desires. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki translation. O virtuous one, you have only once seen my person, and this is just to increase your desire for me. Because the more you hanker for me, the more you will be freed from all material desires. Purport: a living being cannot be vacant of desires. He is not a dead stone. He must be working, thinking, feeling, and willing. But when he thinks, feels, and wills materially, he becomes entangled. And conversely, when he thinks, feels, and wins for the service of the Lord, he becomes gradually freed from all entanglement. The more a person is engaged in the transcendental loving service of the Lord, the more he acquires a hankering for it. That is the transcendental nature of godly service. Material service has satiation, whereas spiritual service of the Lord has neither satiation nor end. One can go on increasing his hankering for the loving transcendental service of the Lord, and yet he will not find satiation or end. By intense service of the Lord, one can experience the presence of the Lord transcendentally. Therefore, seeing the Lord means being engaged in his service, because his service and his person are identical. The sincere devotee should go on with sincere service of the Lord. The Lord will give proper direction as to how and where it has to be done. There was no material desire in Narada, and yet, just to increase his intense desire for the Lord, he was so advised. Om Agyantimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunatham Nitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Deva Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sagana Lita Shri Vishakamitam Chat Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namane Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pachyatya Deshatarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratutena हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिय वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तर हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna. I seek blessings of all the Vaishnavas. Today, I don't know, somehow my turn came to speak. So very wonderful shloka here, and more wonderful is the purport given by Prabhupada. And there are 3 sections in this purport. So I would like to elaborate on these points, and then I will discuss something about the word hankering Prabhupada has mentioned over here. So mainly this purport has 3 sections, and first Prabhupada tells that how the thinking, feeling, willing is not a problem. Generally people think that I have so much feeling, and that's why my bhakti path is difficult. That is not the case. Received some qualification. Hare Krishna. Yes. So thinking, feeling, willing. So many of the people on the name of spirituality, they think that, oh, I have so much feeling, material feeling, but feeling about the matter. Material feeling is wrong. The feeling about matter is not wrong, provided it is through spiritual aspects. So Prabhupada was telling in the initial of the purport that feeling is not wrong. Thinking, feeling, willing is not wrong, and we should not nullify it. We don't have to make it zero. Only thing is that we have to have it in spiritual way. Because mind has tendency to absorb. So it will absorb somewhere. So mind has option that he don't have option that other than to absorb. So it will absorb somewhere. So when we absorb it in a matter, seeing it spiritually, then it will be more beneficial. Even Kapil Dev says that prasangam ajaram pasham atmano kavayo vidu. Though this attachment is wrong, material attachment is wrong, but same attachment, if we make it spiritual, then it becomes a source of our liberation. So mind has tendencies to absorb, so it is our choice to absorb it in spiritual subject matter. So when we see this world also as a some energy of the Lord, then that thing will remind us about Krishna. So Prabhupada used to give very famous example of specs. So Prabhupada used to say that we have to see this world as energy of Krishna. How? Suppose my specs is lying. Prabhupada was telling like specs, that suppose my specs is lying, and whenever you see my specs, what do you think? Oh, this is this is Prabhupada specs, like that. So we should see through Prabhupada specs only, Prabhupada Shastra Chakshu. So yes, so when we see through the three things, through the Prabhupada's purport, through Prabhupada's specs, then we can see this world also as energy of Krishna. And for that required the Sambandha Jnana, that how this energy belongs to Krishna. When somebody knows that Sambandha Jnana, then even the matter, when we relate to Krishna, then it will become the source of remembrance to Krishna. And when we remember Krishna, then like Yasmaret Pundarikaksha, then we will get purified. Then Prabhupada was talking about that there is difference between material desire and spiritual desire. So material desire, there will be some satiation. The famous example of gulab jamun is taken, that how much and how long we have to eat and enjoy, how much and how long we'll enjoy. At the same time, but spiritual desire is not like that. Spiritual desires, we can increase and increase. Prabhupada was telling that in one purport, this Lord is unlimited, and that unlimited Lord can be served by unlimited ways, unlimited means, by having unlimited services to him. So there is no limit for Lord that how much we can serve. And there is no limit of age also. Like so many of Prabhupada disciples, when we see them, their age is many of them around 70. So mostly people retire in 60. Of course, Prabhupada himself is a wonderful example that on in 70s he started this movement. So to start something at 70 is so difficult thing. So, but Prabhupada himself started ISKCON in 70s because he's hankering, like he's saying in the purport also, he's hankering to serve his spiritual master was so much that even in this old age, he traveled through the entire world 14 times, and then he established this mission and then spread Krishna consciousness. It is so difficult, even we see in one program to cook for devotees, and even though we have to cook for devotees, even though we have to, we know that, oh, these are the devotees who are chanting Hare Krishna. Sometimes to wash some vessel become, it comes to ego sometimes. However, Prabhupada was washing plates of those who are drug addicts, those who are, means, Prabhupada says that only smell of urine and wine used to come from that place. So that those people, Prabhupada used to wash their plates for so many days, and until and unless one person came up and he was telling that, Swamiji, can I help you some way? And then Prabhupada was saying that, oh, I was waiting for this. So, yeah, so I was speaking about the spiritual desires. There is no satiation to the spiritual desire. We can serve the Lord in unlimited way. People trying to enjoy, people trying to have satiation. But just like Vidura asked Maitreya, Sukhaya karmani karoti loke, natai sukam vanyaduparamam va, vindeta bhuya tataeva dukkham, yatatra yuktam bhagavan vadenya. He's saying that Sukhaya karmani karoti loke. Loka or people, for the sukha, they are doing so many karmas. सुख के लिए बहुत कुछ करते, then what is the result? नतई सुखम. Are they getting the sukh? No. Va anya duparamam va, and there is no satiation of their desires also. Vindyata bhuya tateva dukkham, but they are going in more miseries. So that's why you please tell me the solution for this. And as a solution, he tells that soham runam shulla sukaya dukkham mahad gatana viramaya tasya pravartaye bhagavatam puranam yadatra sakshat bhagwan rushebhya. This Puran, this information which were told by Lord to the Rishis, that same information, or not information, that same spiritual transcendental knowledge, I can tell you, which can give solution for the people, those for the Shulla Sukhaya, for the little Sukha, they are trying to do so much Mahat Gatanam, they are doing so much endeavor. So this Bhagavatam is a solution. Bhagavatam is solution. In other place also, in this section, only last shlokas, Narad Muni tells that, yeah, people are going through so many desires and there is no satiation. They have so much desire to different senses to touch the sense objects. But that can only be satisfied when there is a Hari Kirtan, which is there in Bhagavatam. Etadi atur chittanam matra sparshe chayamu bhavasindhu plavo drushto haricharyano varnanam. When you do varnanam of Haricharya, different activities of the Lord, which is given in Bhagavatam, in Bhagavad Gita, of course, Bhagavad Gita is about the Lord, spoken by the Lord. But when we do that, that is the solution for so much desire for engaging senses in sense gratification. And that we can repeat it. Yathamati yathasruti, whatever we can do, that repetition will only give us actual satisfaction. And wonderful line Prabhupada says that we have to serve the Lord. What was the line? Sincere service. Sincere devotee should go on with sincere service of the Lord. So that service, or that service of Sravanam Kirtanam, and that service of maybe that Archa Vigraha service and Sravanam Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, all services, by the way, that can be done with sincerity, and then we can go on. So I will more elaborate on this topic, what Prabhupada mentioned, that hankering for the Lord. So we may have material hankering, and that hankering can be replaced by the spiritual hankering. Okay. So this spiritual hankering, we can replace our material hankerings by rightly placing our anchor, attachment anchor on the mercy banker. So we have, like Prasangam Ajaram Pasam also, it is said that we have to have attachment to the spiritual personality, who is a mercy banker, who can give the mercy of Lord. That's why we said, na, His grace, His divine grace. Krishna's grace is flowing through the, like His divine grace, we say, Prabhupada. So through Him, the mercy is coming. We can replace our anchor of attachment to this mercy banker. But while doing that, we don't have to listen to mind's anchor. Mind is keep on anchoring a lot. Little bit we want to do some, we decide something, okay, today I will do this much reading. After 2-3 minutes, we think, oh, my mobile is not charged. What if later it gets discharged and something else will happen? So many anchoring of mind is going on. So we have to mute it. And then we have to start our reading, hearing. Actually, this hankering, what the generally called as a Trishna, it's sometimes it's just a hoax. Like Raisham Prabhu was telling that initially I was so hankering, okay, before coming to Krishna consciousness, that sometimes I will sit in a plane because there was no experience. And later he was telling that I was not much bothering about it. But nowadays, this airport is so crowded. People so often go via plane that it looks like a PMT bus stand. So it becomes so normal. So when things become normal, then there is no much hankering. But when they are not much used to, then it remains as a hankering. Then while like people, there's so much hankering now. Okay, I will have something, I will post something in YouTube, I will see okay, I will have some video like that. Even nowadays, the virus is spreading, but more than virus, people are more concerned about video getting viral. So so they're not much concerned, okay, what will happen. So this matter that, okay, how so many people will see me, that is not doesn't much bother actually. We have to more bother about, oh, what Lord's eyes are seeing me, how Lord is seeing me. As such, of course, in Virat Roop form, so many thousands of eyes are seeing us, so many views we have. We don't have to worry about the views on for my post. But if we concern about Lord's views, what Lord is seeing, and that we can put in practice when we understand, oh, Paramatma, in the form of Paramatma, Lord is always seeing me. That famous story that one teacher, the guru, gives 4 bananas to 4 students, and he tells them that, okay, you go, and there is one condition, that you should go at a place where nobody is watching you, and then you eat banana. Of course, one fellow just went little aside behind the wall, and then he took it. One fellow, he went deep in jungle, and there he ate it. One fellow went inside the cave, and then he took it. And then last one, the fourth one, he was going everywhere, but he was thinking that Lord is everywhere. Then Lord is always watching me. How can I eat some these bananas without being seen by anyone? So then Guru told him that, okay, he understood the real thing, that Lord is actually watching us. So more and more, at least in like my stage, we may think that, okay, deities are there, when altar is open, that time I should chant nicely. No. But at least we have more and more awareness that Lord is always watching us, either when altar is open or altar is closed. Where curtains are open or not, Lord is certainly watching us. So we have to always be aware that Lord is watching us. So as a Paramatma, he's always thinking. Not only he's thinking, he's eager. Like Jaipur was telling, that what is regret for the Lord. So there is one shloka that Hariye Hari Medase. This is constant anxiety of Lord. What is constant anxiety? Oh, how this soul will come. Oh, how that soul will come. It is Lord's love to the living entity is so much that he's always thinking that how this every living entity will come to me. So when devotee Gaurang Darshan Prabhu was telling that, see, suppose you have very costly ring, golden ring, platinum ring, you can take it, and it is having very precious jewels, and somehow by passing through the like very gutter, somehow it fell down in a gutter. So what we will do? Then not to explain, but we will surely go and pick it up. Why? Because we have so much love, we can say love to that ring. Similarly, Lord is so anxious for the living entities that even though this material world is like a gutter for him, but still he comes here. He comes again and again. Not only he comes, he sends he sends his different incarnation. He sends his avatar, his devotees. He has kept many holy rivers. Then holy dhams. He descends with holy dhams. For what? So much love he has that he cannot leave the living entity suffering here. So different ways he says, just like we will have so much affection for that ring, and we will not bother, array gutter hai, array itna ganda hai, we'll wash it later. So that task of washing is done by Guru and Krishna also, some way, because they love so much. And yes, sorry, yeah. And as Bhagavad Gita says that we have to get rid of this hankering. This hankering, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita 18:1 that Brahma Bhuta Pasanatma na shochati na kangshati. So in pure stage, we will be freed from hankering and lamentation. Yes. So then if we discuss about, okay, what is this hankering about? So how this hankering comes? So hankering basically comes from passion. Krishna says in 14 chapter, various places that this passion give rise to the hankering. So when by and in Bhagavatam also it says that tata rajastama bhava. More when we do more Sravanam Kirtanam, then our passion get reduced. Then automatically its effect will also reduce. But as long as we are in the material world, we are sure to have hankering. Prabhupada says in one of the letter that material existence means to be always hankering and lamentation. I must have new automobile. I must have more money. I must have good wife. I must have this. I must have that. Then when I have it and when I lose it, then I lament. Oh, I lost this. I lost money. I lost car. Simply lamenting. Like this Prabhupada says in one of the letter in 1973. So in order to get rid of material lamentation or hankering, people are trying, but their try is not like us. So we may say that, okay, they are also getting rid of their previous hankering. But what is their way of getting rid of previous hankering? To have even bigger hankerings. Like that day, Karnataka was telling an example that suppose we want to hear something, something is going on, some video is going on, and lot of honking and sound is coming from the road. Then what we do? We increase the volume. So similarly, or sometimes people they have big DJ and they forget other things. So we also keep more bigger hankering and then we get rid of previous hankering. So previous thing doesn't matter much when we have bigger hankerings. But by that, it's like just like a sine waves. More we increase our demand for hankering, then more we go in lamentation when we don't have it or when we lose it. And then sinusoidal curve increase with the increase in length at altitude. So that hankering we have to replace with hankering for spiritual subject matter. Prabhupada writes one letter to George Harrison in 16 April 1970. Please try to understand the philosophy of Krishna consciousness in nutshell. So simple philosophy. Prabhupada says that every living entity has a dormant propensity to love somebody or other who is very excellent in his position. Every one of us therefore want to love somebody else, attracted by his different varieties of opulences. So when we will love somebody by seeing his opulences. One of the reason Prabhupada mentioned in the purport to 10th chapter that why Krishna is dealing different opulences, by knowing that we will get attracted to Krishna. So we need to know more and more opulence of Krishna so that we will get attracted. Then Prabhupada writes says, somebody loves some other either on account of his riches, power, popularity, beauty, knowledge, or renunciation. But this loving propensity for somebody else is fundamentally meant for the supremely rich, powerful, popular, beautiful, wise, and unattached Lord Krishna. Even Pingla also said that why I was being solidly cheated and I was running behind the person who are not worthy to satisfy me. So Krishna was so much, I was unnecessarily running behind other people. So in her lamentation, she says like that. Then Prabhupada writes in that same letter, everyone is hankering after loving the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but none of them has the right information. By Krishna conscious movement, we want to broadcast this information that if someone reposes his loving propensity upon Krishna, he will immediately feel full satisfaction, as much as he feels full satisfaction by supplying food in the stomach. Otherwise, everyone will be frustrated. So we are hankering for something or others. Unless we repose that tendency to Krishna, we are surely to be frustrated. Like that Prabhupada is telling them. So it is up to us for what to hanker. And Prabhupada also writes in other place that when we are more and more hankering for material things, Krishna through material energy will provide us material things. Of course, we need to desire also. At the same time, but if we repose the tendency for spiritual hankering, then we will get spiritual things by the mercy of Krishna. And there is a lot of examples in Bhagavatam. Ravana is famous example that he was hankering, though he had so many things. Mandodari was telling that why you are hankering behind Sita. Then Hiranyakashipu, in the beginning of this this description of Hiranyakashipu, then Narad Muni tells that he was the Ekrat. He was having sovereignty over entire 3 planets, but still he was not satisfied just because of his uncontrolled senses. Yayati Maharaj, he said that I try to enjoy in several ways. Evam Varsha Sahasrani, Manai Shashtai Manai Sukam. Through this mind and senses, I was trying to enjoy. Vidadan apinatrupet sarvabhaume kadendriya. Though I was sarvabhaume, so it will not give trupti. There was one person, his name was Kala Raman, I think. Is Kal Raman? Yeah. So he was from the South India and very previously was in very poor background, but somehow he managed to get his studies, and then later he became very rich, and he was staying in nowadays he stays in Seattle, I think. Seattle. So that time he was thinking, oh, I have so much, but why I am not happy? Then he thought, okay, what will make happy? Many people in South that see Rajnikant movie, so then they become happy. So he kind of orchestrated a theater. Now home theater term is very popular, but or very common, well, rather we can say. But that time, like, he made big theater kind of thing, and he took many of the CDs that time and was watching so many movies. But he thought, okay, this will give me satisfaction, but actually it didn't. Then he thought, oh, people in India, they are so much crazy behind cricket. They can see 11 people running behind one ball for 10 hours. so so I will also watch so many cricket match. And then he was thinking, no, I will play cricket. Then actually he asked Indian cricket's coach that you come from England. That time Chappell was there, I think. So you come from your place here. I will give you whatever money you want. In first call, he thought, oh, he's just somebody calling and like that. But actually, he was ready to give whatever money he want. And then he fixed that. I don't know what that big net they put an artificial like ball will come through that one machine, and then he will hit. But still, it was not giving satisfaction. Then once he attended one lecture by Gaurang Prabhu, and he was telling that whatever you try in this material world, you will never become happy until and unless you take pleasure from this Bhagavatam. And then he started reading Bhagavatam. And then to start 10th canto, he came to Bombay. And that time, this all story Gaurang Prabhu was telling to the brahmacharis. He was telling that generally I keep on telling that, okay, whatever you get in material world, you will not be happy. But let us hear from the realized mouth. So he called this Kal Raman Prabhu, and then he was telling about his own life. So let it बार बार मैं बोलते रहता तो आपको लगेगा वैसे इसके पास कुछ नहीं तो ये वैसा ही बोलेगा. So then he was asking Kalaram Prabhu. So he specifically came to start his 10th cantos reading. So and then he gave night donation, and from that thing they started developing GV. So his donation was first donation in GV. So lavish lifestyle and all these things, he was telling that it will not give satisfaction. Even our Amrish Prabhu, once he was giving talk in Bombay, he was telling that it was some business talk, something like that. So he's telling that people running behind so many opulences in this world, and you might be thinking that I could have something. So I was also running. Not only running, I went to the end of this road, and I saw from the valley, but there is nothing. So please listen, I am telling from experience. So we can have as per our needs, but not for the greed. We can have for our wants. What is it? Is it the needs can be there, but just wants, you don't have to become more serious about. Just fulfilling the wants is not the life. Yeah. Even Giriraj Maharaj was telling that how Giriraj Maharaj only, I think his sister's birthday was there, and she already have something 200-300 dresses, and still she was small actually, and still she was asking for one more on her birthday. That too, and because parents were saying, "Oh, you have so many dresses, why you want more?" But then she was started crying and all these things. Then he thought, okay, whatever we have, we cannot become happy. Like that he was telling. So Bhagavatam says the root cause. So we have to work upon the reducing our passionate nature. And more we hear about Bhagavatam, Pravishta Karna Randrena Swana Bhava Saroryam, Dhunoti Shamalam Krishna Shillasya Yata Sharat. Like now, after this, Sharad will come. So, so in Sharad, what happens? Sharad Ritu. Previously, there was quite a lot of rain. So everything, even small places there, or even big place, big water reservoir, because water is following again and again, dropping and like being thrown by the rainfall. The nice place become muddy. But in Sharad, what happens? Very झील बोलते हैं उसको मराठी रिमझिम kind of very drizzling rain comes. So then that time what happened, whatever the mud is there, that settles down. And that's why that water is not so what we can say, muddy we can say. And then we can see clearly the surface below. So similarly in Sharad Rutu, the just like in Sharad Rutu, the surface is very clear. Similarly our heart will become very clear. धुनोती शमलम, वो मल है सब, मल निकल जाएगा. But who will wash it? Krishna. Dhumoti shamalam Krishna Shalilasya Tadharat. So we try to chant the holy name, we try to hear Bhagavatam, we try to put Krishna in our heart, and who will clean? Krishna will clean. We cannot demand, oh Krishna, itna saal se japa kar raha hu. Why I am not getting rid of this? Krishna will clean. We have to do our endeavor, and more Krishna will go inside, he will clean. Prabhupada was having so much faith. He was telling that while going to US and while writing this Markine Bhagavatam, he was telling that I don't have any qualification. I am carrying Bhagavatam. And in that prayer, he says that Shuno Jadi Bar Bar. He says that more and more people will hear the message of Bhagavatam, they will become purified. So and he was telling that I don't know what to do. You brought me here, so you have some purpose. But he was having faith that more people will hear Bhagavatam, they will surely will get purified. They will rajastama itim. All are there in the ignorance and passion. So slowly they will come to goodness. But how? By hearing from Bhagavatam. And then Krishna, so many places, he gave the evidence that how by hearing this message, people become devotees, and devotees are not hankering. Krishna says in 11:20:36 that material piety and sin which arises from the good and evil of this world cannot exist within my unalloyed devotees, who being free from material hankering maintain steady spiritual consciousness in all circumstances. Indeed, such devotees have achieved me, the Supreme Lord, who am beyond anything that can be consumed by material intelligence. So the Lord is not consumed by material intelligence. When we achieve him, then the hankering doesn't remain. So he explained that Shoka Harsha Bhaya Krodha Lobha Moha Spruhadaya Ahankarasya Drushyansi Janma Mrityuscha Chapmana. Lamentation, elation, fear, anger, greed, confusion, and hankering, as well as birth and death, are experiences of the false ego and not of the pure soul. So when person become pure, then these things, these are the symptoms actually. Like disease is there. Many times, people, thoda bukhar aa gaya, ठीक है paracetamol लो लो. But actually it is just symptom. Body is fighting with what we say, that particular viruses or something like that, and then body gets hit. Prabhuji can tell nicely. So then that heat is generated, and that heat is what we call it, that somebody is having fever, but that is just a symptom. So these different anarthas are, they're just symptoms of our trying to enjoy this material world, and that can be reduced when we take rid of this disease from its roots. In 44th shloka also, it is said that Yogacharyam imam yogi vicharan madapasraya nantarare vihanneta nispruha swasukha anubhava. When he gets sukha anubhava, swasukha anubhava, then he becomes nispruha. Spruha means hankering. He becomes free from the hankering. So this hankering has to be turned, not just has to be say made nil of this. In several places, the devotees, the topmost devotees of the Lord, they say that, oh Krishna, I am hankering to see you. Atati yad bhavan Gopi Gita means. Prabhupada used to say many times. In one of the later, Prabhupada says, oh, dear Patit Pavan, Patit Udaran Prabhu, that I am hankering to come there. You have developed so nice center. So Krishna is also will be hankering to come when we have developed nice center. So this another hankering, Prabhupada very often talks about that. Oh, people are hankering for these books. So sometimes now we go very like we are fearful. Okay, shall I show these books to this new person or not? But actually, people are hankering. Like we have a wonderful example, devotees coming through book distribution. So Prabhupada is telling in one of the letter, 1st January 1975. Actually, people are hankering for these books. We need not to cheat or say, oh, on the basis of helping poor, we are asking for money. Means we may think that, okay, we will go to some people and we say, oh, we are in need. If you don't have anyone, that's why you give us money. Maybe for the Janmashtami or like that. But Prabhupada was telling in this that we don't have to say like this. These books are so potent. In one place, Prabhupada says these books are more important, more what we say, valuable than gold. Like that he says. So these books are so wonderful. This philosophy is so wonderful that people are hankering for it. And when we give them right hankering, then they will have real satisfaction. And in one place, Prabhupada says to Smita Krishna Prabhu, one Prabhupada initiated devotee, he is actually initiating him. This is his initiation letter. And in that, Prabhupada saying, it is very nice that you are hankering for spiritual advancement. So hankering for spiritual advancement is good. That too, without aspiring for results. Our endeavor is to hanker for advancement, but not that, okay, I should get something. I do my part of fulfilling Krishna's desire, that Krishna want me to chant nicely, Krishna want me to study nicely and spread this moment. But not that, okay, Krishna want that everything I should be get rid of all anarthas. So like that, I will just summarize that we saw that how Prabhupada is focused about that we have to just change our thinking, feeling, willing, rather than having it for the material view, through the material view for the material object, for even for the material object we can have through spiritual viewpoint. And satiation in the spiritual term will never be, we cannot get rid of, or there will no satiation in the spiritual desires. So we can have unlimited spiritual desires. And then Prabhupada is telling that I forgot to the last section about how serving means seeing Krishna, that maybe some other time we can discuss. And then we discuss about what is hankering, what is its root, and how it's making mad people mad. But at the same time, if we hanker for serving Krishna, pleasing Krishna, it will give us actual satisfaction. So thank you very much for hearing. This is my humble attempt to trying to glorify Krishna. So please give some comments or feedback if you have. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki, Srimad Bhagavatam ki.